There's something I'm about to share with you. Something ancient, forbidden, and powerful. For centuries, this knowledge has been locked away, hidden from you, from me, from the entire world. Not by accident, not by chance, but by design. And behind it all is one force, Satan. He's done everything in his power to bury this truth. To distract you, deceive you, and keep you in the dark. But here's the thing. Truth has a way of leaking out, no matter how deep you bury it. And tonight, right now, it's happening. If you're watching this, you didn't stumble here by mistake. This moment was meant for you. But before we begin, I need you to understand, once you know this, there's no going back. You'll start to see things differently, feel differently, and you'll finally understand why certain things in your life, and this world, never made sense, until now. Satan didn't want this released, but he's powerless to stop it. The question is, are you ready to see what's been hidden from you your entire life? If you are ready, then watch this video till the end, because what you are about to discover is something Satan has tried to hide from you for centuries. The forbidden truth revealed. Now, here's what he never wanted you to know. Satan's most dangerous weapon isn't fire, isn't fear, it's deception. The biggest lie he's ever told is that you are powerless, that you're just here, random, insignificant, stuck with whatever life throws at you. But the truth? You are created in the image of ultimate power. You are not weak. You are not helpless. You are not meant to suffer blindly. And once you realize this, you start to see why this knowledge had to be hidden. Because a powerless population is easy to control, easy to manipulate, easy to distract. But a person who knows they are powerful, who understands they are divinely wired for impact, purpose, and freedom, cannot be controlled. And that is Satan's greatest fear. Asterisk. And it gets deeper. How they hid it. Throughout history, this truth has tried to break through, but every time, it was crushed. In 325 AD, powerful men gathered at the Council of Nicaea. They decided which books would stay in the Bible, and which ones would vanish. Entire teachings about personal authority, divine power, connection with God without middlemen, gone. Why? Because knowledge is power, and if the masses knew they didn't need permission to access power, they couldn't be controlled. This isn't a conspiracy, it's control, and it's everywhere. Look around, media that feeds fear daily, education systems that teach obedience, not thinking, churches that talk more about guilt than grace, governments that profit when you're weak and distracted. Coincidence? Or design? The signs all around you. Let me show you what's hiding in plain sight. Ever wonder why your social media feed is filled with conflict and outrage? Why you're constantly bombarded with ads telling you you're not enough? Why entertainment keeps you scrolling, but never growing? They're feeding you noise. They don't want you quiet enough to think. They've built a system so loud, so distracting, that most people never stop to ask, what am I here for? What power lies inside me? Because the moment you ask that question, you start to wake up, and once you wake up, you can't be controlled anymore. What you can do now? Now you know, the veil has been lifted. So what do you do? Step 1. Question everything. The news, the culture, the programming. Ask yourself, who profits from me feeling weak or afraid? Step 2. Reconnect with your source. You don't need permission to speak to God. You don't need a priest, a middleman, or a building. You have direct access. Use it. Step 3. Guard your mind. Be ruthless about what you consume. Stop feeding the machine. Feed your spirit. And step 4. Take action. Start building the life you were meant for, not the one they told you to accept. Satan didn't want you to hear this, but now you have. The question is, what will you do with it? Will you brush it off, pretend like you didn't hear, and let the noise of this world pull you back into slumber? Or will you open your eyes, fully, and see things for what they really are? Will you step into the power that's been yours all along, the power God placed inside you before you were even born? Because whether you realize it or not, you were never meant to be weak. You were never meant to live small. You were created to rule, to stand, to fight, and to win. The enemy knows this. That's why he's spent so much time trying to distract you, confuse you, and make you feel powerless. But here's the truth. The enemy fears only one thing. Someone who knows who they are in Christ. And now you do. The chains have been broken. The prison doors are wide open. The lies that kept you bound have been exposed. But here's the question. Will you stay in the cage, out of fear, comfort, or habit? Or will you take that first step, and walk into freedom? Will you rise up, shake off the dust, and live like someone who cannot be controlled, silenced, or defeated? The choice is yours. No one can make it for you. No one can force you to step into your calling. But if you're tired of being pushed around, tired of feeling lost, tired of living beneath your true identity, then now is the time, not tomorrow, not next week, right now, if you're ready to go deeper, if you're ready to finally walk in victory. Watch all the videos on this channel. Gain deep spiritual knowledge that will open your eyes, strengthen your faith, and teach you how to stay victorious over the enemy, no matter what. It's time to take back what was stolen from you, and live the life you were always meant to live.